Hello and welcome to my quiet little corner on YouTube. So today we're taking a look at doing a reading all about how do they feel about you right now, okay? As always, please do keep in mind that these reads are general, and so you only take the messages that resonate for you and leave what isn't yours for someone else to enjoy, okay? Right, so I'm just gonna cut the deck, and then we can start pulling this energy for you. Okay, so how the relationship or the connection currently stands. That's the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Coins. How they feel about you right now. That's the Page of Wands. What are they challenged by? What are their challenges? The Four of Wands. Okay, that's a bit suspicious. What are you challenged by? What are your challenges here? The King of Cups. Okay. What action will they take towards you? That's the universe. Love it. And finally, your advice. That's the Nine of Cups. Okay. Energy at the bottom of the deck. This could potentially be someone's blind spot, and this one is the Chariot. Okay, so the strongest zodiacs, again, it could be your zodiac, could be their zodiac, it could just be the energy that someone's coming from at this point in time. Okay, you've got heavy Cancerian, Pisces, I want to say Taurus, Scorpio, Aries as well. You've also got all of the four fixed signs, but it's not very, the fixed signs are not very dominant, okay? Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, right? Okay. How the relationship currently stands right now, that's the Seven of Pentacles. So there definitely needs to be an investment here that's made, okay? Your Seven of Coins is all about making that necessary investment. It's planting seeds. And I don't feel that these particular seeds have grown, right? Because the Seven of Pentacles is also about waiting. It's waiting for something to grow, waiting for something to come into fruition. Now, with the Chariot being the overall energy for this connection, that's someone's blind spot. That tells me that someone doesn't know how to nurture these seeds. Someone doesn't know how to nurture the connection of the relationship, which is a really intriguing message to get. Out of curiosity, underneath that one is Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So that's a card of patience. Okay. Patience, balance, moderation. And you can see in this particular deck, if I can lift it, she's actually looking outside that window. And what is outside that window is a lush, abundant garden. Okay. So again, it ties in with this metaphor of seeds. So seeds have been planted in this connection, but neither side know how to grow this connection, how to nurture it. And Spirit's saying that patience is required here. Time, patience, and effort. Now let's find out more about that blind spot with the Chariot. Can you tell us more about the Chariot, please, as the blind spot that's going on? I'm feeling this particular energy as someone doesn't know whether or not they should trust their feelings, okay? Because you've got all of these horses absolutely thundering through that water, okay? And the water in tarot is a metaphor for feelings. emotions. It can be spirituality as well, but obviously with this being more of a love read, that's going to be someone doesn't know whether or not they should follow through with their feelings here, probably even fighting against their own feelings. Now normally the Chariot, that's a card of victory, it's a card of something moving forwards, okay? It's a very fast energy. But I don't feel that this connection has been moving quickly. It's not that kind of connection, not with the message about how it needs time to grow, develop and mature. The High Priestess off center, yeah, that's someone definitely doesn't know whether or not they should listen to their feelings, should they honor their feelings, should they follow through with their feelings. High Priestess off center, that is somebody not trusting in their own advice. Really, really good at giving other people advice, but when it comes down to taking their own advice, they're not so hot with that. Okay, they just don't know what to trust. Also as well, the High Priestess is a secret keeper. And with it coming out off center, it's like, do I reveal to this person how I feel or not? Now that could be you, that could be them towards you. Again, you're going to have to take it as it resonates, okay? That's why I say someone. So you can fill in the blanks then. You'll be like, yeah, actually that's someone. That's something that I'm doing right now. Or no, that's not me, so that must be the other person. All right, you're going to know how, like what direction it resonates. But someone doesn't know whether or not they should reveal how they feel. They don't know how the other person's going to take it. Okay, that's why the Chariot is in the blind spot here. It feels also like they're trying to predict the other person's response, the other person's reaction, but they don't fully trust in their own prediction, as it were. Do you know what I mean? Can you tell us more about this Seven of Pentacles for the energy that the connection's currently in at this point in time? Thank you. Right, this upright, the Empress in the upright, beautiful. Yeah. Obviously that's a message of fertility, growth, abundance. It's the divine feminine energy. It's the state of being. So I'm feeling here that the message is someone, either you or them, really needs to honor their own inner divine feminine, needing to recognize that they can grow whatever they want to grow, that they can nurture whatever they want to nurture. That inner state of being is incredibly important. Someone I feel needs to honor themselves a lot more with this combination, okay? And I feel that with it being the state of the connection right now, it's saying, look, with effort, this will grow and it will develop into something really quite special, you know. However, on the flip side of that, if no one does anything, then it's not going to grow, and these seeds are going to remain there until someone does something with it, basically. So yeah, this is the case of who is going to blink first, you know, who's going to say something first. And at the moment I feel that neither you nor they fully in this state of being to be comfortable right now with actually saying anything. I do feel that you're both being as stubborn as each other. I do feel that strongly. But that's fine, each to their own. Everybody has to develop at their own pace, right? And again, that's what the Seven of Pentacles is all about. Development. Something needs to develop here, and it can't be rushed, it can't be forced. I mean, could you imagine the Empress? Imagine that Empress energy as a gardener, right? Could you imagine if she goes out in the garden and tries to pry the flower buds open? You know, she'll end up killing their flowers, right? Because they're not supposed to be opened before they're ready, right? So this energy, it is going to require time, effort, and patience, okay? It needs all of those different elements in order to be successful. So yeah, really interesting metaphor there. Someone again, either you or they, needs to learn to trust in their own feelings, to trust in their own intuition. As readers are forever saying, trust your own intuition. It's not something that we say just to fill up the airspace, okay? It's a legit thing. Your instincts, your intuition is there for a reason, okay? Humans have been able to adapt and survive for how long now? Yeah, mostly in part because of their own survival instinct, their intuition, their gut feelings. It's really, really important that you listen to that, and that your person listens to that as well. It's vital, okay? So moving on into how they feel, specifically how they feel about you right now, the Page of Wands. That's a very nice energy in this context, okay? So you can see that this is an individual heading towards what kind of looks like a pink castle, or the ruins of a castle. It's a tall structure anyway, and if you look really carefully, there's a surprise. I love this deck. That is just so full of symbolism, it's unreal. The link on where you can purchase this deck, by the way, is going to be in my description box below. Right, if you look through this doorway, what that person's headed towards, now look in that doorway, if the camera will focus, is actually a beautiful scene of blue skies, green fields, lushness, right? And what environment are they in right now? Dry, sandy. It's the environment of limitations. I'm not going to say nothing grows in the desert, because that's not true at all. There are plenty of things that grow in the desert. However, there are restrictions on what grows in the desert, right? Now, the place that this person's headed towards is full of potential, full of growth potential specifically. Now, with that in the context of how they feel towards you specifically, this individual is feeling excited about the potential that this connection could bring. Okay, when they think of you, they get excited, but it's also bittersweet, because they recognize the situation that they're in right now is not ideal for whatever reason, and they're going to have their reasons of which we might not fully know about or understand. Okay, for whatever reason, they feel my situation right now is not ideal, but when I think of my person, that's you, they feel overwhelmed in a lot of ways at what that potentially could mean for their future, for their own growth, for their own development. I mean, the excitement of what this connection could become. That's how this person thinks and feels about you. Okay, and of course your Page of Wands energy, that's very fun, cheeky, excitable. In this deck though, it feels really quite different. Okay, this is more of an intuitive deck. It's loosely based upon the original meanings, right? But just intuitively, this one, again with all the pink, and funnily enough, pink used to be associated with royalty. It only ever became associated with little girls just a couple of 100 years back, not even that long ago. It used to be a colour of royalty. So again, there's another intuitive message there about how this person feels towards you, and this is someone who's got a lot of respect towards you. A really important distinction between putting you on a pedestal, okay, really, really important distinction. You don't want anybody who puts you on a pedestal, or vice versa. You don't want to be putting anyone else on a pedestal, okay? Really, really dangerous, codependent behavior is that. This is someone who's got a lot of respect towards you. That's what I get with that pink, right? and the message of the royalty connections there. Again, really, really nice, intriguing energies. This is someone who is definitely very interested in you. Really, really interested in you. But by the same token, with that being a page, they don't want to come across as being too presumptuous. They don't want to come across as being too in your face, you know. Like I said, this is someone who's got a really good sense of humor. They're trying to take the light-hearted approach towards you, towards the connection. But the problem is, if they take too much of a light-hearted approach, they might give you the wrong signals, being that they're not interested in you at all, okay? That's the danger that I can see here. But this person, they are trying to strike that balance between showing you and demonstrating to you that they are interested in you. And they're probably doing that actually through their Page of Wands energy, which is going to be their sense of humor. Okay, it's someone who comes across as being a little bit cheeky, but they're funny with it. Okay, they're not insultingly cheeky. It's someone who likes to have a laugh, a joke, a banter. It's someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously. They don't take life too seriously. And again, that's the danger, isn't it? It's that more sort of laid back approach that they're taking that might be a little bit frustrating for you, because it might not be moving as quickly as what you'd like it to, and then you could be doubting yourself, doubting your feelings, doubting how you think that they feel towards you. So many doubts, so many confusion. Why? Because they like to take this laid back approach. Okay, that's just their character, that's just who they are. It doesn't mean that they're not interested. They absolutely are interested in you a lot. Okay, they're trying to temper temperance. They're trying to temper their excitement, because they don't want to come on too fast, too strong, you know, because that in of itself is going to carry its own disasters. Okay, this is just the way that this person has chosen to handle their feelings. Okay, that's how they feel is the appropriate way to handle it for them. But again, because of that laid back approach, it might make you second guess how they truly feel towards you, because they might be coming across as perhaps being a little bit too laid back and therefore not interested. Okay, so definitely mixed signals, mixed messages here that's going on, really easily resolved. Now here's the thing, right? When I said, oh, that's suspicious, card number 3 in the spread, what are their challenges? What are they challenged by? That's the Four of Wands. That's a strong foundation. It's milestones. It can indicate engagements, marriages, commitments. It's strong foundations for the future. It could also be the 1111 twin flame card. So is this telling me that this person is challenged by the intensity of this connection, if this is your twin flame? And you're going to know. You're not going to need anyone else to tell you whether it is or isn't. You're going to know. If it is, then it's going to be quite intense all around for everybody involved, right? So that could be the first thing. The other thing it could be telling me is this person is challenged by the fact that somebody is married or already in a commitment here. So we need to clarify. Why is this Four of Wands a challenge, please? Why is our collective's person challenged by the Four of Wands? They might even be a commitment phobe. Why is this Four of Wands a challenge? Magician. 10 of Wands off balance. Ace of Coins also off balance. Yeah. Magician, that's making something happen. It can be forceful. But I feel that this is saying your person's challenged by the fact that they don't want to force an issue. That they are waiting. There's definitely the energy of waiting here with these two coming out off center. They're challenged by now not being the right time, or they're challenged by you two met each other and the timing was completely off. You could be dealing with someone else, or could have been, or they could be dealing with someone else, or were dealing with someone else. And that's a challenge. Because you got a false start and a heavy burden, this false start weighing heavy on someone's heart, wanting to make changes, wanting to start something, wanting to initiate something and create something with you, but they can't because this Four of Wands is a challenge. And I feel that that's to do with another person or another situation. There's also responsibilities here that someone has that they're not able to walk away from, with that Ten of Wands coming out off center. So either you or they are currently dealing with someone else, and it's stopping them from fully utilizing their own magician energy, making stuff happen. They're challenged by the fact that they're not in control of that. They can't control that. They're challenged by it. That's why I feel like you're dealing with someone, like either you're married or you're in a long-term commitment with someone else. And this individual is trying to respect that. That's how this energy feels to me. And if you're currently single, then it's going to be, they've probably got their wires crossed and think that you're still dealing with the person that you used to deal with. Does that make sense? So if you've got like a recent ex, this person feels that you're still dealing with that ex. And that's a challenge. Okay. What are you challenged by? The King of Cups. You're challenged by a King of Cups energy. That's all about emotional maturity. It's all about where your heart is. And here's the thing. I'm not convinced your heart is with this person that's shown out in this reading of yours. I don't think it is. I think your heart is elsewhere. Or you're currently dealing with a long-term commitment and your heart is actually elsewhere. Again, you've got to take it as it resonates, okay? But it's very unusual to get one of these types of cards coming out as your challenge. Someone's challenged by their feelings. And another person's challenged by the fact that someone else is dealing with another. See how it all ties in? This is love triangle energy. What action will they take towards you? You've got the universe. So traditionally this one would be the world. And I love it. The universe. So the action that this person's going to take towards you is they're somehow going to demonstrate to you that they're not the same person that they used to be, which is a really obvious message that this is someone from your past. Okay. Otherwise, why would they be trying to demonstrate to you that they're not the person that they used to be? Do you know what I mean? If that was someone new, then they wouldn't feel this, that this is necessary. They wouldn't feel this urge to demonstrate that they have changed. Okay. This is also indicating that someone has been through quite an intensive spiritual journey here. Okay. So it's probable that the action that they'll take towards you is going to be something really unexpected. Tell us more. Why is the universe as their action towards our collective, please? Wow, that's a lot. The Two of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Coins again, Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles, King of Coins, the Devil, and the Three of Wands. Wow. Okay. The universe. That's the journey that someone takes to find that path back to themselves. You know how I keep saying that true spirituality, the true meaning of spirituality, is all about getting in touch with your true essence. It's getting closer to yourself. That's this energy here, right? So we see on their part, there is an admission that they didn't handle things in a healthy manner. That yes, they could have and should have done a lot of things differently, but they didn't, again, for whatever reason. They're going to be demonstrating and telling you and demonstrating to you that they have gone through this spiritual journey of theirs. This is their shadow work here. So this is absolutely, categorically someone that you know. And you know them quite well. And they're in your love energies here. They've done a lot of shadow work. A lot. And now, just in case anyone doesn't know what that means, it doesn't mean black magic, okay? I've had someone make that assumption before because they completely misunderstood what shadow work was all about. Shadow work is that inner work that you have to do on yourselves, where we recognize where we've not been the best type of person, you know. It's also where you can find your hidden talents as well when you start looking at your shadow side. It's basically the bits and pieces of yourself that you were taught wasn't socially acceptable. You know, maybe you were very outspoken as a child and your caregivers constantly told you to shut up. Do you know what I mean? Then that part of you that's outspoken will be hidden within your shadow. That's what shadow work is. It's going back in, pulling it back out, and utilizing it in your present moment for good. Okay. So it's just in case anyone was like, oh, what do you mean by shadow work? Because I mind once I got masses of abuse in the comments before because someone completely didn't know what I meant by shadow work. They thought it was black magic. This energy is showing me, they're saying here, I've turned things around. Okay, so again, don't just take their word for it. You're going to have to witness the action behind the words that they say. So this person's like, oh yeah, I've turned things around now. I've done this, that, and the next. You're going to have to see evidence of that. Okay. And then you've got the Nine of Cups, which is your advice. Your advice is to literally follow your heart. To do what you feel is the right thing to do in this situation. Okay. And you can see she's kind of in the waterfall with other waterfalls around her. So it's like a wash of emotion. It's honoring your emotions. That's the only true path to happiness, is when you honor your own emotions. Not take action on your emotions, because that can be folly in certain circumstances. It's honoring your emotions, okay? Recognizing the heart wants what the heart wants, you know. Nine of Cups, it's contentment. It's feeling safe and secure within your own skin. It's getting to the Nine of Cups independently, and then you both share the Nine of Cups with each other. Like, they've got the Nine of Cups, you've got the Nine of Cups, and then collectively that would then mean that the connection is in the Ten of Cups, which is your apex card. That's what everyone's after, okay? For the Nine of Cups being your advice, I mean, it is fairly straightforward here, okay? It's all about that wish fulfillment, being self-assured as well. It's that whole gratitude attitude, okay? Yes, being grateful for the opportunities that you have, being grateful for the people in your lives, okay? It's emotional stability, basically. It's that point of happiness. Can you tell us more about the Nine? Thank you. The Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. Okay. Right. There's two different paths of advice here. Number one, if you're already in a long-term relationship, long-term commitment with a different person that is not this individual, then they're saying that you can create more happiness, love, peace, and intimacy in your pre-existing relationship. Okay? And then your second point of guidance for those who are single and are interested in this individual that's shown out in your energies, it's saying that it will likely be a worthwhile investment, okay? Because you've got chemistry and commitment off the charts here. So if your heart equally wants this person that's shown out in your reading, your advice is to go for it. But obviously that's not going to be applicable to those who are already married to someone else, someone different or otherwise, okay? So again, just take it as it resonates. But ultimately, it's about enjoying the full potential that this connection can offer for those who are in the position to be able to do that, of course. I need to be a responsible reader, just as everyone watching this needs to take responsibility for themselves, okay? What else for our collective? What else for our collective? Whoa. Okay, I am innovative, I am independent, and I am unique. So these are going to be your power affirmations. You're a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. So in your times of struggles, it's more of an excuse to get innovative, okay? Number 17, the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You're as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. Fairly self-explanatory there. Try not to get distracted, I feel, is the other message there. And 999, thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs, so you can make the best of the life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. Yeah. Yeah. So for group 1, you'd be better off leaving this person in the past so that they don't cause ructions in your present connection. For those who are already dealing with someone different. And for the rest of yous, this is going to be more to do with enjoying the current moment, enjoying the present moment. Okay. What else for our collective in love, please? You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Interesting. So who is it that's going through turmoil? Someone is. It's either you or them. And there's a blessing that's coming out of all of the turmoil. And at the bottom of the deck's transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Yeah. So this connection is going through an intense transformation. And the outcome of which is going to depend entirely on whether or not you're wanting to invest in this connection. Okay? Right, so I'm going to conclude your reading with one of these naughty decks. If you're new here, then I do have to give the warning that there is swearing and sarcasm in these decks. That's why I like to use them. If you don't like that sort of thing, then you just don't have to listen. And your message is, you're the dog's bollocks. I think you might need a cheerleader right now. You have no idea how fucking amazing you are. Recognize your traits, your skills, your worth, you beautiful human you. Yeah. You are the dog's bollocks. So that is what I have for you. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful to someone. Don't forget to... That's the cats destroying the room. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you did like it and you're wanting to see more. Information on how to place a private reading booking with me, that can be found in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.